Good morning, everyone. Woo! Wow, what a journey since the last time we chatted. A lot has happened. Oh my God, so much has happened. Anyhow, finally got the phone back, and yeah, we turned in our signatures yesterday, and we had 410 out of the 126 that we needed. Rachel turned hers in. She needed, I think, 96, and I think she got 186 or 181. So we went down there, video recorded it. Thank you, Roger. And turned them in. And they gave us the notes of how much we did, and they're going to check and see. So today is, what, the 13th? So, July? Woo, yeah, how time has flown. So anyhow, I'm headed to down to get my truck worked on at holidays. With all the roads being as bad as they were, something was eventually going to give. And so I got to get it oiled and greased, and I got a squeal in my right front wheel. Hopefully it's not a caliper, and that could be a little bit costly right now with the price of fuel and everything. Oh, $5 a freaking gallon. Wow, have times changed, huh? Here we are. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about the candidacy of running for sheriff, gaining momentum here. I had to back off Facebook a little bit. It was more time than I wanted to spend on it, to be honest with you. And nothing against the people that are on it and people that are doing it. I know it's healthy in some ways. It's respectful. People can catch up. People can find out what they're doing, and keep in touch and stuff. What a wonderful medium. I just am hesitant, not so much anything other than the spine and recording that's going on with these mediums. You give up a lot to be able to be on these things, and one of them is your privacy. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of a privacy nut. I like my privacy, and so I try to protect it as much as I can, and I found that being on there too much was giving up a little bit more than I wanted to do. And it was taking more time than I wanted to dedicate to it, because I have to focus on running for sheriff and getting this job if we're going to accomplish what we're going to accomplish. Look at the lights fading in and out. Oh, look, the sun's coming up now. I think last time we did this, it was still dark, and I think this thing hopefully will stay on. It's fallen off twice already, this little stand that I guess you kind of seal it to the dash of your truck. And so anyhow, so let's get on the campaign a little bit. We turned in our signatures today, like I just said. In the meantime, let me work backwards a little bit. I guess there's been some movement on the San Juan Health Board. I guess according to what I'm finding out, and this is information that's still coming in, so bear with me here. It is apparently the San Juan Health Board met with the La Plata County Commissioners, and there was a letter submitted of a recommendation to dissolve the relationship between the two counties. Apparently on June 7th, they went ahead and had a meeting, or else the meeting was before that, but I think the letter came to our commissioners on June 7th. We didn't hear about it till part of it on page 12 of last week's paper. Thank you, son. Yeah, as an important issue as this is, you bury it in your newspaper. Well, shame on you. That's terrible, because that's not the news that the money maker, or the money receivers don't want you to hear, because they're cutting off their free frickin' money that isn't free. It's our money. And yeah, that needs to be addressed. So apparently that letter came out. Our BoCC, from what I'm understanding, didn't pass that letter on to you and I. Aren't they supposed to be representing us and keeping us abreast of what's going on with our county? Not just a handful, but our county. This is the problem. Too few people are controlling it. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Excuse me. I get dry when I get chatting like that. Hang on a second. But anyhow, so at the last BoCC meeting last week, it was interesting, and I got to commend Bill Hudson for stepping up and asking about it and saying, hey, wasn't there a letter sent out? And how come we haven't been made aware of what the letter said that was sent to them? So that was a great question to answer. And they just looked there like deer in the headlights. Didn't quite know what to do. They got caught with their freaking pants down again, trying to do shit behind the scenes. And Rachel challenged them on the constitutionality of the free speech violations that they are, what do I want to say, enacting, that limit our free speech during their meetings, and how we can act and react to things that are being done. I believe this is Todd Weaver coming up with. The only one that dissented on the vote was Ronnie, which isn't surprising, but I think actually he was for it. But the appearance is that he votes against it. It's already passed. He waits to the last to vote, and so that way he can, give the story that, I voted against it. Yeah, I've seen that game before. But, so anyhow, that occurred, and then I asked them, why would they be doing this? Especially since they just voted themselves to be a constitutional county, going against the First Amendment right off the bat. Of course, other things in between, is like, well, okay, are we just lip servicing here? Or do we really mean we want to be a constitutional fucking county? Apparently not. And that's what we're going to change. We're going to make it yes. Holy, yeah. Don't get me started. I don't want to start paying $5 again here for every time I say a cuss word and when I get upset and get emotional about this stuff. So anyhow, so that occurred. The radio station, Jim Smith Realty, and Daily Post, Bill Hudson, a couple months ago, sponsored a candidate forum. And Bill Hudson called me. I said, sure, I'd attend. I never did receive a letter like Rachel did, but that's okay. Thank you, Bill, for asking me to go to that. And asked the other candidates. Rachel agreed, Boyd Nagel agreed, and Veronica Medina agreed to go to this thing. And I guess somebody had advised Alvin and LaRue not to attend, and also turned around and advised Monica not to attend. So Monica withdrew, and I think the radio station, I think they may have dropped out. I'm not sure how all that played out. That's on that other end, but the forum went on. Unfortunately, during that time, and I think this is God's way of punishing me a little bit, maybe. But, I used to have a long beard, folks. Remember that? And as the campaign progressed, the people in United for Freedom, which is a wonderful, wonderful group that's taking a lot of action and doing a lot of wonderful things in the community. And they were pretty much, it's falling apart. Oh, no. They were pretty much responsible for getting that study session regarding the San Juan health. And Rhonda and I myself attended when, what's his name? Jolene, the head of this thing, who's not even a medical background, for crying out loud, and was the one mandating all this crap over the last couple years and gonna step it up again. She came in and did a study session, and basically the bottom line is you need to get ready, you need to do better, because we want 100% compliance this next time around. Do you think they know something? Warning the commissioners that they need to get their act together, because they need to do better. And I think we chatted about this a little bit before. And so yeah, that was an interesting ordeal. And let me come around this curve. So anyhow, they've got apparently. I was under the impression they had 91 employees to our 2. And Warren Brown was asked that at the Vets for Vets meeting yesterday. And I asked the question at the very end, how many, I thought they had 91 employees. He said 54. So I'm not sure what it really is at this particular juncture. But anyhow, still, the comparisons, come on, really, even if it's 54 to 2, we're not not getting our fucking money's worth. We're being had, folks. Understand that by these people, and why they're getting COVID funds at the same time. How do you think they can afford that many frickin' people working there? Wow. Oh, yeah. I mean, what a scam. Same thing with our, we can go into our schools and stuff too. But anyhow, working backwards, they declined to go to the forum. Let me look this up. Oh, sorry. Let me see if I can get this thing to glue back up. God, I'm going to be late. I got to hold it here. Yeah, I'm going to be late now. I got to wash my truck first and get the undercarriage cleaned up. We had a little bit of rain yesterday and the accumulation. So if they're going to work in the bottom, I kind of like to get it cleaned up for them. So I got to get down there at 6:40. Shit. Should have been left about 15 minutes earlier. So that way I can get it cleaned up. But anyhow, they refused to come. And but during that time, getting back to the beard, you know, a couple of wonderful ladies decided I needed to clean up a little bit. Yes. So bless their heart. So they we went down and we got it trimmed up, and everybody says it looks really good now. I look younger. Yeah. Some of the guys are saying, "Oh, you're not gonna be able to keep the ladies off your shoulders now." And I said, "I got a fly swatter." But anyhow, yeah. So there, for all of you that haven't noticed, there the beard is gone, and so this should hopefully make me more acceptable than having that long beard to a lot of different people in town. A lot of people are still afraid of beards, and it's unfortunate, but I've always enjoyed having a beard. Oh, you get a little bit of that sun. So anyhow, they refused to show up, and right that same evening, after the beard was shaved, I started feeling something in my chest, and started coughing, and couldn't bring anything up out of my chest, but it felt like there was something in my chest. This went on for days. It got so bad that I was coughing so bad, trying to get something up that wasn't there, that I blacked out a couple of times. I couldn't get any oxygen. And it's like, whoa. So this went on for about 10 days. I had x-rays done, nothing in my lungs. Had my blood work done, everything was fine. No COVID, none of that crap, you know. And so that was interesting. So I started taking Suzanne called rhino allergy. I guess it's a homeopathic thing. You can buy it over the counter. And you take, 4 an hour for a couple of hours, and then one every hour after that, and then it goes on, and that seemed to kind of focus the mucus out of the sinus cavity, and it started coming down, and I started getting evacuated, which was really good, because at that point it started giving me relief. I did a Z-Pack, and even that didn't help. I mean, it did the inhalers, and that didn't help. Finally, it was the ivermectin, folks, that kicked it in the ass. I decided I'm going to try this stuff, and yeah, within a couple of days it was starting to dissipate, and now, yeah, pretty damn good. So I believe in ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. I can't ever pronounce that word, you know what I mean. And I guess you best be stocking up on that stuff too, because when this next one comes around, folks, you best be prepared, because it's designed to get you. And it's going to get a broader group of people now. It's going to expand its territory, so to speak, since it's a designer weapon for population control. Oh, and the Georgia Guidestones got taken down, and the box underneath disappeared. How funny. So anyhow, that little thing passed. I couldn't attend the forum, and it was really hard, because I was, this is going to be our first forum, and I said I was going to be there, and I was really kind of, shit, no. But then I didn't want to go, and not knowing what the frick it was I had, expose anybody to it. I mean, that wouldn't be fair if it's another airborne contagion, and no, I don't want to take that chance. So I decided it was more important to from exposing anybody to whatever it was that I got after I cut my beard. Coincidence or not, who's to say? Timing, perfect. But yeah, so I went to the hot tubs, and it was on a Thursday. Sorry, Jake. It was it was before the forum, and As a matter of fact, it was on a Thursday because the forum was on a Thursday. And that was pretty good. So I saw Roger at the hot tubs and he said, hey, ask him if you can put a phone down in a chair, maybe with the face of whatever, and you can talk via over the telephone. And I said, that's a great idea. So I called up Bill Hudson and said, hey, Bill, I'm not really feeling well, man. I don't know what the hell this is that I got, but I don't want to take the chance of exposing it to anybody. I'm coughing to beat the band still. I'm trying to hack whatever. And I asked him if I could do it over the phone. And he said, sure, we'll try it out. Bless his heart. So anyhow, they set up a chair. Roger got there, put his phone up on the chair, and I did the forum via the telephone. People could hear me. I couldn't hear much of what was going on, but people could hear me fine. And I don't know how many people were there. I never did see the video. Wish I had time to do all those things, but I don't. Running for sheriff takes a lot of time, and I still got to keep up with my chores. And so that's a time consumer too. I just finally got the coal shoveled out of my trailer day before yesterday, or was it Sunday? And wow, whew, that was good getting that done. Now I got to go get my wood, and so I got this little lull now. After sending in the signatures, that I hopefully can go get 4 cords of rounds, because that's what it takes to get me through the winter. But anyhow, they were kind enough to let me do it, and it worked out pretty good. And I got some responses back from about a dozen people, and they were saying, yeah, you did really good, even over the phone. I mean, you gave answers to questions that the others were just passing the buck on, and would talk all around at the issues, and you came right out and gave your solutions, and people, you got a lot of applause. And I'm going, really? Oh, wow. It made me feel really freaking good. I'm going, wow. And I heard that from like about a dozen people, and I'm going, okay, right on, And so I've been stepping it up a little bit more on the rhetoric. And, but that's pretty much is what happened to get you all caught up on this thing, just a little bit. Of course, there's been a lot of other little things in between, but nothing to speak of. But it was funny going in there yesterday. It was probably about midday, and apparently Tommy and Christy, Archuleta, and Tommy Bliss, and Marilyn Harris, and I don't know who the other guy was. They were doing an audit, so I'm assuming he was the top dog of the Democrats, whoever that may be. Had kind of hat on, so what that means anything. And so we kind of interrupted them, and they were gracious enough, I have to hand it to them, that they decided to take a break. That they needed a break anyway. It was about time, because they were doing an audit and of some of the ballots, so that was good. Unfortunately, there was only them two. It'd have been nice if more people would have been there and seen how that works too. We're so concerned about our voting system. We need to get involved in it. Go down there, see what the frick they're doing. So that way you can't just bitch and moan and complain about something. Go down there and get involved in it. We got to monitor all this stuff, folks. I mean, if we're going to take our county back and take our government back, we got to monitor it. You know what I mean? And we got to be involved. We got to be vested. This is our freedom. This is everything here. Don't be freaking lazy now. This is not the time to be lazy. This is a time to get up and start getting involved and doing something if we're going to get it back. Because if we lose it, if this LaRue gets in, and he's a globalist, no doubt about that. Since he's courting FEMA, what does that mean? Their fingers run deep. Better figure that one out real fast, because if I understand it right, with the sheriff's department being practically broke, and an audit needs to be done immediately, and he's looking for other funds other places, and FEMA is globalist. I mean, this is a new world order, and this is going to be, you're going to do what we tell you to do, and if you don't like it, we're just going to get rid of your ass. And look how they treat our citizens. I mean, I'm already finding out of several lawsuits against LaRue. I'm trying to get the information and get the videos and stuff. That should all be public record anyway. So it should be preserved. And if it's deleted, I can tell you right now, this is the reason why, is because of what he did to get them lawsuits. There was people that were injured, people that were threatened at gunpoint. And look what they did to Manzanares, and they said that was okay. And without even a citation. So what does that tell you? They have the power to do, and they can get away with, because we let them get away with it. Damn it. Whew. I mean, do you want this to continue? Really? If he gets in, this is going to just get worse. This is going to get worse than frickin' communism. And we're going to be taxed to frickin' death on top of that. I mean, what economic slavery? Come on, America. Is this what you want? This is what you're okay with? As long as you've got your smartphone and, you know, what's that? Schwab's new frickin' edict? You'll own nothing, but you'll be happy? Well, bullshit. How's he making you happy? Think about that right now. Might be with something that you're holding in your hand. Yeah. So, anyhow, there's my little rant for catching up. All the marbles are on this one, everybody. All the marbles are on this one. It's gonna be up to you. And as I can't do it by myself, it's gonna be up to you. You're gonna have to get involved. These roots of this enslavement have been being established and set up for decades, and they've got all their pawns in position. Let's put it that way. And they're about to win the chess game. And because we have just been complacent and foolish and lazy. I guess this is probably the big word for it, lazy. But now's not the time to be lazy anymore. We've had our rest. Come on, get up. I'm doing it. You better get off your ass and do it too if we're going to get this thing back. And one of the first things we got to do is that audit. And then the second thing we got to do is we got to get either the Hillsdale College or Sheriff Mack up here, have at least a week training on the Constitution, on what it means to be free, the responsibilities of being free, and how we can maintain being free. And that means that we're probably going to have a posse. Everybody will be, not everybody that is able and willing and ready to stand up and fight back, I will deputize you and you will deputize me in return. Because my oath is to you and to these people in this county. And if I'm going to take an oath, it's not going to be from Judge Wilson. It's going to be from you. I'm going to take it from you. That means I get in front of you and I swear in front of you. Because I'm not going to swear to a bar attorney who's a judge who has got some questionable background and swear to him or the state. I'm sorry, I'm not going to swear to the state. I'm not going to do it. No. I'm going to swear to you. That's who my oath is to you. And we're all going to be taking an oath. Just like our founding fathers did. We're all going to take it. Freedom is going to have to be fought for. And we're going to have to fight to get it back. We are all being screwed right now. Every category, everybody right now is being forced into submission. If this next election goes the way they're hoping, because those Dominion machines have not yet been taken care of. If you've seen the 2,000 Mules, everybody knew what was going on with the stuffing of the ballots that night. They've got the video of it now. They've got who it was, and no charges have been made. Election fraud, nothing's been done, to these people, and especially the ones sponsoring it. So, yeah, it's going to happen again. That's why part of the action you need to be taking is going down and telling your commissioners and telling your recorder that you demand a hand count. This is your decision to make. The more of you that go down there and make it, they're going to be forced to have to do it. There's more and more shit coming out from this primary that the Dominions are at it again. Tina Peters is a classic example in this state. Why Tina Peters? Could you imagine what she could do if she got into that position as Secretary of State? She could turn all this around, just like we're trying to do here. And they got a liberal in there, looking like a Republican, signing up like a Republican. They got all the unaffiliateds. They control that to the most extent, where they could get the Republican ballot, because you can choose which ballot you want to vote from. So they all take that Republican ballot and they vote for the least likely to or the best beatable one in the general, and she's a setup too, so that way they can keep control with Jenna Griswold. And she wants to centralize the voting systems and take complete control over it. And I think she's got legislation running through now. I don't know if it's passed or not. But yeah, that's their idea, is to completely control our election system without us having any say-so in it. So now is the time to stand up and fight for that, because that is the bottom line right there. Our ability to elect the people that we want to elect in office to represent us. Really, really simple. We've just forgotten how simple it was because we've gone to sleep. So now is the time to wake up, like I've said, and get involved in this now if we're going to get it back. And I do this not only for everybody, but primarily for my kids and my grandkids. I mean, I want them living in a free nation where they can become and do whatever they want to be, and not have any constraints or anybody telling them yes or no, what they can and cannot do. And that to me is a crime in itself. Let's see if anybody's coming here. The roads are back to being messed up again. I think you remember that one where I was bouncing everywhere and laughing like Santa. But anyhow, that's about it. It's been a long one. I want to thank you for your time and listening to this. Like I said, today is July 13th. Turned in the signatures yesterday. And thank all of you that signed and all of you that I got a chance to talk to. I'm terrible at names, so please forgive me if I never remember your name. Don't take it as an insult, or, I'm just terrible at names. Always have been. Yeah, I'm surprised sometimes I remember my name, and sometimes I even forget that when it's been a long time since I've thought about it. But yeah, we are in a great time right now. A wonderful time. We are in a time of proving ourselves and standing up and doing the right thing and being rewarded for that at the end. And be it as many casualties that are going to be in this war, because there will be casualties. And I think the glory of fighting for good is much more worth it than the other way around. And I sincerely believe that. And I know deep down inside every one of you are good and have goodness in you and want to do the right thing. And this is the right thing to do. It's the just thing to do. We have been so enslaved by this evil system that it controls every aspect of our lives, every one of them. And it doesn't need to be that way. And it shouldn't be that way. But unfortunately, there are greedy and powerful forces out there that want to enslave us, and that we become their dumb slaves again. They'll program us to do certain tasks. Hell, they already are. Look at our school systems. Oh my God. Yeah. It's been a long game, and we are losing it. But we can get it back. And I believe we certainly can. I believe the power of good is on our side, and we will take it back. And we will enjoy being free and responsible again, because with freedom comes great responsibility. We've got to respect others. I mean, we got to get out of our boxes and get away from this fucking phone and start talking with people. And that separation has been very successful with these phones and other mechanisms, games and everything else. They've gotten people to be loners instead of to be, let's call it, in a society, that everybody respects and enjoys talking, and, everybody has something interesting to say. And it's neat talking with people. Even if you don't remember their names or whatever, you just enjoy for that moment talking with people. And I enjoyed doing that when I was collecting the signatures. I thank those that helped me get the signatures. They were a great, there was great. It was loving of them to get out there and get me, and they got me quite a few, which was nice. But I got a lot too. I probably got at least 200, if not more, of them. And yeah, almost everybody I talked to, it was nice, it was refreshing, but it was time consuming, and I understood that, and I understand that, and it's going to get more so as this thing goes along. But the fuel price, oh my God, driving down almost every day, except for those 10 days that I was down for the forum, I kind of had to take those out, so I lost a little bit. I could have probably had close to, that was 10 days, I probably could have had another 100 easy and gotten closer to 500, which was kind of sort of my deep down goal. But, 410, yeah, thank you. I'm so happy. And talking with everybody, yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great. So, when I cut my beard, there had been some comments about it, that, I needed to cut my beard, not just from our group, but from a lot of other people too, because they were concerned that the beard would keep me from, from appearing electable or appearing serious. So I needed to be, more appealing to a broader, to a broader base. And so the cleaner look, here we are. Hope you like it. But I do miss my beard, so I think I had that beard phobia, because once it was gone, I got ill that night. So I don't know if it was a punishment, for cutting my beard or what. But, the coincidence was funny. But yeah, I do miss it. It was a big part of me. And I did enjoy doing Santa. I started coming back a little bit doing the Santa after the ordeal at Wyndham, when a kid came in and the parents were irresponsible and the kid was sick and threw up on me. That was at a Wyndham a few years back. And I abruptly came down with bronchitis, and it just happened, Christmas. So I was going down to see my grandsons. My second one was just born, and so I wanted to go down and spend some time with my son and my two grandsons. And it was down in, I think, Louisville, Texas. That's where they were living at the time. They had moved there from the Phoenix area. And so it's like a, 13, 14-hour drive. So I guess the drive exhausted me and weakened my system, because I don't think the following day I started coming down with symptoms, started sneezing and coughing, and sinuses clogged up, and I'm going, oh shit, I just had a new baby, they did down there, and I didn't want to expose them, so I kind of locked myself up in the bedroom, and it got worse, and we decided to cut the stay short, and drove back, and damn near got pneumonia by the time I got back. And, yeah, that was rough. So I didn't do Santa Claus again for a long time. I was pissed. Wow, irresponsible people. They're just, they're selfish fucking people. And that to me is part of our fault, is we're not thinking of others and how we impact others. And we should be, because that's part of being free. That's being responsible, is how our actions impact others. And we need to be cognizant of that. It's easier to get along and be honest and upfront about things. It makes life really simple. You never have to be looking over your shoulder. You never have to tell a lie. Things always work out. Here we go. I got to go around some of these holes. Instead of the washboard somewhere, now we got all these potholes. And some of them are pretty damn deep. Well, you see it in town all the time. All of our tax dollars, where are they going? That needs to be addressed in the audits. We need to figure that one out and get our money back, because we're being, believe you me, there's a lot more going out than there is coming back, and it's going in a lot of directions, and we're not even aware of it. We just go along, and folks, they want to do another sales tax again. They're bringing it back. I can guarantee you that they're going to shove it down our throats no matter what. They've been misappropriating and mismanaging money now for so freaking long. It's finally caught up with them. Robbing Peter and paying Paul here and there and everywhere else. Yeah, it's catching up to them, because more was going out than what was coming in. And that's not how you run a government. I'm sorry. You have to live within the budgets and the constraints that you are. You're serving the people, and that's the bottom line. We're not serving you, and that's what's happened. We've ended up serving them. Bullshit. No. I'm sorry, that ain't gonna happen. They're a service to us. Let's not forget that. And those that were working in those departments, please remember that. You work for the taxpayer, just like I'm going to work for the taxpayer. That's how it is. We serve them. We are at their pleasure. You understand that? And if they so, like we're doing it now, standing up and dissolving this government of tyranny, yeah, we work for them. And now everybody's standing up because it's gotten to the point where it's tyranny. And we got to take it back. And those of you working for the government and are getting a paycheck, we understand that. That's, it's your job and stuff. But you got to fight and stand along with us too. There is no escaping this. And all of you in the medical fields, yeah, you need to understand this. And we'll have those constitutional classes. Everybody's going to be welcomed. And so we can start learning that, again, is that we serve the people. And we fill the gaps. And that's an important task for those of us that want to serve and give back. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. Your services don't go unnoticed. So let's keep that in mind too. We have to respect, and that's the best way to do this thing. So anyway, I guess I've ranted on long enough about all these damn things. But it was good chatting with you. I hope you like the short beard now. I'm getting close to seeing if Chewy's out and seeing if I can pet him real quick. Because I got to get this thing washed up before I take it over there. But it'd be nice to see Chewy. Haven't seen him for a while. So here we go. We got to go up the side road. Good. Okay, folks. Well, anyhow, that's it. I'm just muttering now. So if you get a chance, I'm going to be putting signs and stuff up here pretty soon. I haven't been answering the emails very much, and I haven't been doing the Facebook. I've been kind of focusing on getting the signatures and stuff done and didn't want anything taken away from that. And you know what? Stepping away from that was a good thing. Yeah, you can get caught up in that crap. And it is time consuming. And so for those that are my friends out there in that thing, I love you all. Thank you very much. This isn't a break or anything. It's just I just don't have the time, to be honest with you, especially now since the signatures are in. And maybe during these next few days as I wind down from that, because that took a lot of time and a lot of gas. Holy smokes, last month's gas bill was like $1,100. Oh, with me, my wife going to Cortez and back, and over the Lamberter farm over there, and me going down in town almost every day now to do that. Woo! Yeah, it added up, and so got to step back from that too. Got to be reasonable on your budget. You can't start blowing that one out of whack, because then who are you to say to fix somebody else's when you can't even take care of your own? So we're kicking back on that a little bit. So, but that's called responsibility too, living within your means. So, but anyhow, yeah, I want to thank all of you out there. It was wonderful doing that and getting in touch. I didn't get to see everybody. I went to the rodeo a few times, and said hi to a few people. But there again too, being here all the years that I have, I never really got involved in anything before because I didn't want to get involved in anything before. Because I was already involved, but you know what? Times change, things have changed, and now those that need to step up are stepping up. And so I'm proud to be a part of that. And I had my break, I guess, but yep, this is good. So I'm excited. So anyhow, we'll talk to you all later. Hope you see all this through, or turn it off whenever. Okay, bye-bye.